Alright, game start. I'm going first. I'll hatch Tokomon. I'll Digivolve to Garurumon and then draw. I'll then play Dan and Kanan Yuki for 4. End of turn timing, I'll suspend them to play In Between Theatre for free. With its effects, I'll do the top 3 cards in my deck. I'll grab Aquilamon and I'll send the rest to the bottom of my deck, and it'll be yours at 4.
I draw. I hatch Digimon. Digivolve to Gallantmon. I use Offense Training. I'll add a Growl X to hand and put the other one to the bottom of my deck. Then I'll use Red Memory Boost. I'll add Gallantmon to hand and return the rest to the bottom of my deck. Your turn.
Alright, my turn. I'll stand and then draw. I'll promote Garurumon to the battle area. Because I have 4 less memory starter main, I can Digivolve into Aquilamon for free and then draw. With my Tamer, I'll gain a memory. I'll send In Between Theatre to the trash to gain 2. I'll then Digivolve Aquilamon for a full cost of 4 into Silphy and then draw. I'll then Digivolve Silphy into Bacchusmon for 3 and then draw. When Digivolving of Bacchusmon, I can play a Sarenmon from my hand without paying the cost. Then, end of turn timing, I can suspend Dan and Kanan to play Gear Forest for free. With its effect, I can add the bottom card of my security to my hand, and then I can place it as the bottom face-up security. Then I can play a Floramon from my hand for free, and then one of my Digimon can attack, so on play pending. I'll choose Bacchusmon to attack, and I'll get it to swing at security. When attacking, with Tokomon, I'll draw a card, and then because of Gear Forest, I have Alliance, and I will Alliance with Sarenmon, giving Bacchusmon 6,000 plus DP and security attack +1. With Aquilamon and Garurumon, I can gain a further 3,000 DP. And now I go back to the Floramon on play. I'll reveal the top 3 cards in my deck. I'll grab Sarenmon and Gatomon and I'll send the rest to the bottom of my deck. And then Bacchusmon will be connecting at security for 21,000 DP with 2 checks.
First check, Growlmon. Second check, Tocado. He gets played.
Oh damn, no. And now it's your turn at 3. With Garurumon, it's an all turns plus 1,000 DP. And it's now over to you.
My turn, draw. I'll keep Gallantmon in the breeding area. I'll play a Gallantmon for 3. Gallantmon, I'll trash War Growlmon to draw 2.
Hold up, with Bacchusmon's all turns effect, because you played a Digimon, I'll choose to suspend Gallantmon.
Then I'll play a second Gallantmon from my hand. I'll reveal top 4. I'll add Gallantmon to my hand, and the rest gets put to the bottom of the deck. I'll now activate Tokado's end of turn. So by placing Growlmon, War Growlmon, Tocado under one of my Gallantmons, I can Digivolve into a Gallantmon in my hand for 3. Gallantmon, when Digivolving, I'll attempt to delete Sarenmon and Floramon.
Hold up, with Sarenmon's all turns interruptive effect, by deleting itself, Floramon won't be deleted. On deletion, Sarenmon can place itself as the bottom face-up security card.
Then Gallantmon can attack, so I'll attack your security. When attacking, I'll use Gallantmon Inherited to delete Floramon.
Yes, Floramon is deleted.
Then I'll use his when attacking effect to delete Bacchusmon.
With the all turns of Silphymon, I can play Aquilamon from my sources, and then Bacchusmon is deleted.
Since I'm in my attack, I'll use Raid to raid over Aquilamon, and I've got Piercing, so I'll attack your security with plus 5,000 DP and Piercing.
Oh wow, Aquilamon is deleted. And then for Piercing, first check is Floramon.
Your turn.
My turn? Alrighty, I will stand and then draw, and then I'll hatch. Start a main phase, I will gain 1 memory. I'll then Digivolve Tokomon into Floramon and then draw. I'm then going to on-play a Garurumon for 4. I'll then on-play a Gatomon for 4. With its on-play effect, I'll give Gallantmon minus 3,000 DP, deleting it. And then these 2 Digimon can DNA into a Silphymon and then draw. When Digivolving, I'll give Gallantmon minus 5,000 DP, and then I will give Silphymon plus 5000 DP in security attack +1, but I'll choose not to attack. At end of turn timing, I'll suspend Den and Kanan to play in between theatre for free. That'll do the top 3 cards in the deck. I'll grab Aegiomon and then I'll send the rest to the bottom of the deck. And then that's one of my Digimon attacks. So I'll get Silphymon to swing at security. It's still end of turn timing, so I'll activate the Saruman end of turn effect from security. It lets me play a Saruman from my hands, reducing the cost by 7. Because there's 2 suspended Digimon, I can further reduce it by 5, making it for free, and then Saruman tucks itself underneath Sarismon. With Sarismon's on play, by suspending itself, I can make both my Digimon immune to your Digimon effects until the end of your turn, and then with its all turns effect, I can give Gallantmon minus 9000 DP, therefore deleting it.
Gallantmon is deleted. War Groundmon, when it would leave the battle area, I can play Gilmon and Takado from the sources. Gilmon, on play, I can look at the top 4 cards of my deck. I don't add anything and return it to the bottom of my deck.
Alright, and Silphymon still swing at 13,000 DP for 2 checks.
First check, Gilmon. Second check, War Groundmon Ace.
And it'll be yours at 4.
My turn. I draw. I'll promote Gilmon to the battle area. Takado will gain me 1 memory. I'll pop red memory boost to gain 2 memory. I'll then use offense training to digivolve into Growlmon 3. Growlmon will trash the top 2 cards of my deck. Then I'll digivolve into Growlmon X Antibody. Growlmon X will let me draw 1 and then trash 1. He gets on deletion, I can play a Gilmon from my trash. Growlmon X will then attack your security. Inherited, draw 1.
Hold up. With Sarismon's all turns, because the Digimon's suspended, I can give something minus 9000 DP at this point, so I'll give it to Gilmon. And then with my opponent's turn effects from Saruman, I'll redirect Growl X's attack into Sarismon, deleting it.
Growl X deleted. I'll gain 2 memory with my Inherited. Then, with Growlmon X Antibody, I can go into my trash and I can play out Gilmon. Gilmon effect, because we've got over 20 cards in trash, it gains Rush. Then, for 2 cost, I'll digivolve into Growlmon. Then, for 3 cost, I'll digivolve into War Growlmon. War Growlmon effect, I can trash the top 2 cards of my deck. It then gains Raid and Retaliation. Since I've got War Growlmon in the battle area, I can play Trinity Burst for 8 memory. Trinity Burst will play a Taomon and a Rapidmon token. War Growlmon gains double alliance and then can attack. When attacking, War Growlmon can digivolve into Digimon for 2 costs. It will then use double alliance in order to attack with security attack +3 and plus 12,000 DP, so 25,000 in total.
Oh, okay. First check is Tapirmon. Second check is Homeros, 10 on plays. Third check is Aquilamon. And last check is Gear Forest. With its effects, I'll play out a Aquilamon. No on play effect.
End of attack, Megidramon will delete all of my board and Aquilamon.
Oh wow. Aquilamon is deleted.
Megidramon on deletion, I can play a Gilmon from my trash. So I'll play Gilmon. Takado end of turn, by tucking War Growlmon and Growlmon and itself underneath Gilmon, I can digivolve into a Gallantmon in my hand. Gallantmon, when digivolving, it can attack the game.